What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Monday to all. In this video, I'm going to be making my 2020 NBA playoff predictions using the 22-team format. Yes, we will be diving right into it, and I will be giving you my predictions on who I see making the playoffs, as of course there is some races for the 8th seed that are still going on, and there could be a lot of shuffling that happens in the East and West respectively. Because remember, guys, we're going to be getting 8 regular season games before the postseason. It was announced, a part of the NBA's new format, that the 8-game schedule will be taking place for all of the 22 teams invited, and it will reportedly be based on teams' existing schedules of teams playing their next 8 originally scheduled games against the continuing 22 teams. So I got some teams moving up, I got some teams falling, and you might be surprised on a team I got making it to the playoffs. But before we get right into it, guys, please drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit post notifications so you stay notified on all my uploads, and feel free to connect with me on social media. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's TikTok. All right, without further ado, let's get into it, and these are the teams I see making the playoffs. All right, so as you see here, guys, this is my bracket. Let's first start in the West. I got the Lakers finishing with the 1 seed, and they will be taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Yes, I got Zion Williamson and company getting into the big dance. The Grizzlies have a tough stretch of games, and they would actually play the Pelicans twice. I think the Pelicans, they're well rested. They're ready to go. They're going to get in, and it's going to set up LeBron versus Zion in the first round. Then you look at the 4 seed in the West. I got the Rockets, guys. I got the Rockets moving up from the 6th spot. I think they're going to get that 4 spot, and they're going to be taking on the Jazz, who I got moving down from that 4 spot, going down to 5th. Then you look at the 3rd spot. I got the Nuggets. They're going to stay put, and they're going to be taking on the Mavericks, who I got moving up a spot to 6th place from 7th. And then finally at the bottom of the Western Conference bracket, I got the Clippers remaining in 2nd, and they're going to be taking on the Thunder, who I have falling 2 spots to 7th. So the Thunder will fall from grace, I think. It's a very tight race in the middle of the West, and this is how I see it shaping out. Okay, quickly now to the Eastern Conference. I got the Bucks remaining in 1st. I got the Magic holding on to that last playoff spot. The Wizards simply have too much ground to make up. I think the Magic will remain in the 8th spot. Then I got the Heat in 4th. I got the Sixers leapfrogging the Pacers to get that 5th spot. Then I got the Celtics in 3rd. I got the Pacers falling to 6th. I got the Nets staying and put in 7th. And, of course, the Raptors remaining in 2nd. So these are the teams I got making the playoffs. And this is pretty much the standings and the matchups that I got in both the East and the West. Okay, without further ado, let's start making our predictions. And we're going to begin with the West. First matchup here. Lakers taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. A lot of you might be shocked with this, but I got the Lakers. I'm not going to pick the Pelicans if you thought I was. But you might be shocked with me saying the Lakers are going to win this series in 6 games. I think the Pelicans, they're going to take 2 here, and I think they're really going to show us how good of a team they can become. Of course, they're very deep. They're healthy. You know, Zion, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, one of the most underrated players in the NBA. You got JJ Redick. This Pelicans team, I think, is going to give the Lakers a very tough challenge in the first round. They're going to take 2 games, but nonetheless, I got the Lake Show moving on to the second round. Okay, next matchup here, Rockets versus the Jazz. This is going to be a very good one. I'm going to say the Rockets win this series in 7. Skinny James Harden will be the difference maker here. I think he and the Rockets pull through to the second round and meet the Lakers. Next matchup, Nuggets versus the Mavericks, and we got the first upset pick of the bracket. I got the Mavs dethroning the Nuggets here, guys. Give me the Mavericks in 7 games. Luka Doncic Kristaps Porzingis, this Mavericks team is going to come out gunning. I'm not entirely sold on this Nuggets team. I really like the Mavericks. They're a good squad. They showed us flashes of brilliance in that regular season. Luka Doncic was playing lights out. I think this Mavs team is going to get a series here, and they're going to knock out the Nuggets. The Mavs move on in 7, and they are going to meet the Clippers. I got the Clippers beating the Thunder in 5 games. They're going to have an easier time in this series than the Lakers are going to have in their first round matchup. Okay, second round matchups now. Lakers versus Rockets. I think this is going to be another tight series for the Lakers, guys. I got the Lakers moving on, but I'm going to say in 7 games. The Rockets have a lot to prove, but remember, before going into the pandemic suspension, the Rockets were playing that small ball, and they were excelling with that style of play. I really think James Harden, Russell Westbrook, they're going to be in for a huge postseason here, and they're going to push the Lakers to the brink of elimination. But I say the Lakers will win that decisive game. I can't bet against LeBron and Anthony Davis in this spot. It's going to be a fun series, but the Lakers will move on to the Western Conference Finals in 7. Bottom of the bracket now. We got another fantastic matchup. Mavericks against the Clippers. The Mavericks will actually take 2 games in this series. They will once again impress here, but I think the Clippers will ultimately get it done in 6, setting up an all-LA showdown. We know we are most likely going to get this matchup. It's the matchup the entire world wants to see. Lakers, Clippers. I ain't backing down here from my original pick, guys. You already know how I stand. I got the Clippers winning this series in 7 games. This is going to be the best series of the playoffs. This is going to be a back and forth affair. You got the 2 deepest teams, the 2 most talented teams, the 2 best teams, period, going head to head. This is going to be our final, and I got the Clippers moving on through. Kawhi Leonard, I'm betting on that man. I think he shows up here. And again, guys, all of these players are going to have a lot of rest, so it could either help them or hurt them. We'll see what happens, but I got the Clippers winning the West, and they will move on to the NBA Finals. And who will they meet? Before I answer that, we got to get through some matchups here, and we are going to start Bucks, Magic. I got the Bucks in 4. This is going to be an easy tune-up series for them. Next series, Heat against the Sixers. I got the Heat taking this one in 6. I'm very fond of the Heat. I think they are going to be a tough team to beat over the course of a 7-game series. I know the Sixers are going to have, in all likelihood, a healthy Embiid, a healthy Simmons, but I like this Miami Heat team. They're deep, and give me Jimmy Butler, the alpha dog, to get the last laugh against his former team. The next matchup, I got the Celtics over the Pacers in 6 games. Even if Oladipo plays this series healthy, which I believe he should be healthy for this series, I still like the versatility and the depth of the Celtics to get on through, and they will meet the Toronto Raptors. We're not going to get an upset here, guys, because Kevin Durant has already ruled himself out. That means Kyrie Irving's not going to play in all likelihood. Raptors are going to win this series in 5 games. I'll give a game to the Nets because they got some other ballers on that team like Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. Okay, second round action now in the East. Bucks, Heat, and I'll be honest with you guys, I really wanted to say Heat in 7 here. This is a super talented team. I think they're honestly a piece away from being a championship caliber team. But after going back and forth, I'm like, you know what? I gotta go with the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's going to be the MVP of the season in all likelihood. I think he shows up here. This is going to be a very good series. Again, I won't be surprised if the Heat upset the Bucks, but I will say Bucks in 7. The Bucks, you can make an argument that they're a much better version of the team from last year. That team was good from a year ago. This team could, in fact, be better. The Bucks will get on through and make it back to an Eastern Conference Finals. And who will they meet? Celtics, Raptors. This is going to be another phenomenal series, but I will say Raps in 7. Again, no home court advantage in any of these series. We will see how that hurts teams' chances. But I like the Raptors, guys. They're going to be healthy. You saw Marc Gasol. He looks to be in the best shape of his life. Kyle Lowry looks to be in incredible shape. Health, again, is going to be there. This Raptors team, they're deep, they're versatile. Siakam, expect him to show up here. They're super well coached with Nick Nurse. And just the experience of going through last year, I think that's going to help him here against a Celtics team that, yeah, they got guys who have some, big experience in big-time moments, but I like the Raptors group collectively. This is going to be another series that goes down to the wire, but the Raptors will get it done, and it will set us up with a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals, Bucks, Raptors, Part 2. And then this is another toss-up series, guys. Would not be surprised if the Bucks win this series, but ultimately I will say Raptors in 7. You remember those regular season matchups. I know we got crushed in that first meeting. We didn't play that well, but in that second meeting, we looked a lot better, and we were missing a couple of guys. Again, assuming health here, we're going to have Marc Gasol, we're going to have Norman Powell. I really think the Raptors will challenge this Bucks team. The size of Ibaka and Gasol will limit Antetokounmpo from doing whatever he wants to in the paint, so that's going to force him to be a jump shooter, and I don't trust him being a jump shooter in this series. He's going to need other guys to make shots, and I just like the Raptors supporting cast a hell of a lot better than I like the Bucks supporting cast. I don't trust Chris Middleton as that consistent secondary guy. I like a guy like Kyle Lowry, a veteran, who's going to play big here, and the Raptors got so many pieces that I think will show up in a type of series like this. Fred VanVleet, of course, he made some monster shots in that series a year ago. I think he comes through again here. I like the Raptors here, guys. I know a lot of people are going to call me crazy, but I got the Raptors in 7 here. Again, I would not be surprised if the Bucks win this series because they're a super talented team, but I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors making it back to the NBA Finals. It will be the perfect icing on the cake of a season where nobody even expected the Raptors to be back here, let alone make it back to a final. This team has a lot to prove. This team is heavily slept on, and this team will come in with another chip on their shoulder. They're going to be super motivated, and they will meet a familiar face in the NBA Finals. This will be a dream matchup. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers taking on his old team, Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. NBA Finals, coronavirus edition, no fans. What happens here? This is not going to, be a popular pick amongst Raptors fans, but I'm going to stick with it, guys. I'm going with the Clippers. The Clippers are my NBA champion. I said it since day one of the season. I don't think any of this quarantine, delay in the season changes everything. Clippers win this series, and I'm going to actually say they win the series in 5 games. The Clippers are a superior team. They're a very good team. Very good defensively. Got so many different weapons from off the bench as well. I think the Raptors are going to be exhausted playing in 2 very, very competitive series back-to-back in the Celtics and the Bucks. And I think they're just going to get 1 here. So I got the Clippers winning this series in 5 games. Of course, the Raptors can push them to 6. I don't think it goes to a 7th game. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Like I said, an injury could happen here. Something drastic could happen. And that could all of a sudden shift the favor in the Raptors' way. But assuming health, once again, I got the Clippers winning the NBA championship over the Toronto Raptors. And that will conclude a very crazy NBA season, to say the least, as Kawhi Leonard will make it 3 championships with his 3rd different team. And the Raptors will move on here, and they will allow themselves to have a very good shot at getting Giannis Antetokounmpo. So this will be the start of what I think will be a bright future for the Raptors indeed. But all in all, guys, that's what I got happening here. These are my NBA playoff predictions using the 22-team format. Couple of surprises here. You've heard from me. Now I want to hear from you. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree? Let me know your picks down below. Please like this video if you haven't already. Share this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's get to 13K subs. Hit those post notifications so you always stay notified. And keep connecting with me on social media. My DMs are always open for you, the great people, you, the great fans. And that's basically it, guys. I'm super pumped. I cannot wait to get NBA action underway. I want to see it. I want to see how these players and teams adapt to the new element of no fans and really playing in uncharted territory here. And I think that's going to make for very good and unpredictable final and playoffs, I should say. I mean, I got the 4 best teams meeting in the conference finals, but who knows? Maybe this is a year where we see a surprise team. Maybe this is the year where we see multiple upsets in the NBA. We typically don't see that, but again, this might be one of those wild years where anything can happen. You saw my picks. I think it's going to be relatively predictable, but we'll see what happens, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is Luca Rosano with another video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, be great and stay blessed. Peace out.